Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, innovating, and amazing Propagandacast with me, your host, Paul.A.D, the one, the only master propaganda hero, psych defender of the fatherland, off here to a 1v1 on Amilly Fields, and off that is Paul.A.D, fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland. Here rolling out with the Kampfgruppe Meyer featuring Mechanized Assault, Mobile Defense, and Spearhead. In the south it is Batonchik fighting for America, Freedom, Democracy. Here rolling out with the 6th Armored Division tasked with counterattacking and dealing with the Kampfgruppe Meyer before it causes problems for Patton's army. We got here Tactical Airborne and Rifle Company. So, off the races we are here, and as always, a big hearty thanks to my own company here as my patrons borders. Without them and their wonderful help, the Propagandacast would probably not be possible. So big thanks to all those. Other people can join the ranks by Patreon, or they can donate via PayPal. Would help me out a lot and of course make me happy. The links in the description. Finally, commenting, liking, sharing, subscribing helps spread the word out of the Propagandacast a bit. That would also help out a bit. So anyways, Batonchik commits to the first command. Here it is Rifle Company with EC8 Shermans, Rifleman defensive structures, advanced infantry equipment, M3 half-tracks, and the white phosphorus smoke barrage. Paul.A.D with the gun and the MD42 start, drive rifle there for Batonchik, driving in aggressive with the MD42 here, fairly aggressively in fact, and while I certainly do recommend playing the machine gun aggressively, typically you want to play it aggressively behind your own infantry, but clearly Paul.A.D here goes a bit beyond that. Third round goal there for Batonchik. He's stepping up to help capture his opponent there a bit off guard. They're clearly not expecting an MD42 rush on his field point. Outmaneuvered there clearly. Punishment from the other side. Catch the rears as they lay down tank traps. About one, the tank traps being pushed back here. Nice aggressive push here by Paul.A.D, completely blindsiding Batonchik. I mean, again, I will note this. Most players tend not to play their MD42s that aggressively. We're not quite talking Ardennes style surprise, but it's definitely ranking up there. Rifle squad there moving up the west side, definitely most of his presence is. We've got sandbags aplenty here for Batonchik, ready to resist any German assaults there, but not these. And there we go, linking up the Gunners with MD42. He now swings westwards. Paul.A.D is on the offense for the fatherland. Rifle squad here switching around, they're catching here Paul.A.D's flank. Offensive there in a bit of a tight spot. Machine gun is trying to deal with it, but can see their Batonchik is already repositioning his money to keep the machine gun rotating all the time, trying to stop in the right position. More troops arriving from the other side. It could turn the tables on Paul.A.D in the center. We are seeing more troops arriving still. He is looking to be fairly surrounded, and the machine gun there is going to leave its angle exposed here to, well, moist to appear troops. Now he pops into the shed. The shed of freedom. Democracy. Easy targets. Gunners are trying to up against the Rifle and other squad moving in. They've been caught with another Rifle squad here. The situation for Paul.A.D in the centre has turned from a possible success into a quagmire that could see his men drowned out in bullets and blood. And there you go. One squad close being wiped out already here. Turning pretty hazardous here for Paul.A.D. MD42 Gunners hot in the centre, but now they're up against 3 squads, and the flank again is looking woefully weak. He is trying to reposition once more, but again, other squads are striking here, and Paul.A.D's machine crew there is pushed beyond its limits. The Gunners simply cannot hold off that many riflemen with all their M1 Garand's semi-automatic rifle. And the MD42 goes down, a huge blow here to Paul.A.D and the German army in the early game. And there we go, Batonchik makes a run for it. A heist, if you will. So right now, Paul.A.D is definitely off to an incredibly tough start, because losing MD42 in the early game to any opponent is typically, as the Wehrmacht, practically a death sentence. Eastern field pursuit back here, but not grab the west one. So this is a really strong start for Batonchik. But sure, Paul.A.D got a few tactical victories here and there, but gaining that MD42 is going to leave Paul.A.D in a really, really bad place. And I'm not talking Stalingrad. But we do get Mechanized Assault. He's actually not even going for the Assault gun. He's going for another gun. He's got no cancels that. Going for tech, I guess. Mechanized Assault was also part here. We got the Stug 3E, light artillery barrages, and the Tiger tank. Certainly the map, like Amilly Fields, and versus the Americans, the Assault Grenadiers could be a bit tricky to get to use, but at the same time, they could be one of those better ways of just quickly getting that machine gun back. So, you know, it could be a consideration. But either way, we'll have to see what it goes for. It could also be he's actually planning to go straight for the Mechanized Assault group, and basically, on the back of a Mechanized Blitzkrieg, perhaps get the machine gun back, or at least put some pressure there on Batonchik. It's hard to say. Either way, though, Paul.A.D has got his work cut out for him. Meanwhile, Batonchik, of course, emboldened by that MD42 liberation, pushes onwards here on the west side here, heading away at Paul.A.D's left flank. But yeah, it looks like very much he's closer to the mechanized assault group. He's got the command points. He's got the fuel. Not the quite a lot of fuel. The tricky bit, of course, is the 490 manpower. Meanwhile, no anti-tank rifle grenades. Well, on the lieutenant, obviously, so he's going to be an easy target. The rifle, of course, a bit of a problem, but the MD42 clears from the lieutenant could be rushed down here by the mechanized assault group. And there we go. At the 5-minute mark, he rushes in for Deutschland. In the west, Gunnies was rifle squad here. So there you go, a mechanized assault group up here for the Kampfgruppe Meyer, as Paul.A.D is once more looking to seize initiative away from the Americans. And probably also seize a few counts for the body count. And there he goes, straight ahead. The lieutenant here, of course, who has no way of dealing with it. Could see a wipe here. That would definitely help out Paul.A.D a fair bit. The lieutenant is running. He had nightmares like this. And no, anti-tank rifle grenade here. Might not be able to get the lieutenant here. Oh dear. One of the problems with these units is they can't tell them where to bloody well fire. So sometimes like they'll just shoot at like whatever's randomly, you know, farthest away rather than what's closest here. Machine gun, they're flanked by the Pentagon is with the half-track there. Repositioning already. 4 kills on the Pentagon. Stuart light tank here for Batonchik. Pentagon with the rifle squad here. They could be forced to retreat here soon. And there we go. Half-track still going at it, but it's going to need repairs up here. Grenadiers trying to pursue the rifle squad. There he goes, sprinting ahead. He wants that half-track kaput. Pentagon is going to deal with that. The situation for Paul.A.D remains quite frankly chaotic and frighteningly frenetic. Pentagon to block. There you go. Rifle squad pushback. The half-track is still there somehow, but soon the Stuart light tank will hit Paul.A.D like a brick through the window. Eastern fuel point being seized once more, but the Grenadiers, Pioneers are moving out there as well. May try to set up the half-track. Rifle squad routed. Stuart light tank right around the corner for Batonchik and America. Whew. Machine gun liaisons to turn the move here. Grenadiers holding up here. Grabbing the eastern fuel point there. Almost scattered, but also need to connect other points between the Pioneers to deal with that half-track first. Lieutenant charging at the Grenadiers there. Losers lose in the fight. Jack joins in there, leaving Lieutenant Jeremy a bit sad. Fixing up the half-track there. Even as the Stuart races forwards there, like a bull of freedom through the China shop of the Third Reich. Will he go for Panzerschrecks? Well, he's got the munitions. He just needs them to be in territory. In fact, he may have to go for Panzerschrecks here, and I think that half-track is kaput. Unfortunately for him, but fortunately for Batonchik, as he definitely doesn't want that half-track, you know, to constantly cause havoc by threatening to, like, wipe out his units. Again, he did get lucky with that lieutenant. Almost got the half-track here. That'll be able to blow there to Paul.A.D and the Kampfgruppe Meyer. And there you go. Leichter Schützenpanzerwagen kaput. Ambulance there for Batonchik. Pentagon sitting out, and we do get the Panzerschrecks here. Of course, like, you know, that's going to probably be one of his better options. He could try and go for the Pack 40, but he clearly wants more infantry. Though going for more Panther Grenadiers, I think, would also be a viable option, or even sneaking in some Assault Grenadiers. But whatever the case here, more Grenadiers there for Paul.A.D, plus Panzerschrecks on the way for the Panther Grenadiers. Not a huge fan, of course, upgrading them like this, but, you know, under the current circumstances, I can't quite blame him for it. And it's not like Panzerschrecks are bad, and you still get 2 Assault Rifles, which, to be honest, is still kind of good. It's just not as good as 4 of them. So can he stop that Stuart with the Panzerschrecks? I mean, he can Panzerfaust it. Then the Panzerschrecks temperature. There it goes, straight into the Panzerschrecks. Heavy damage to the Stuart light tank. An actual Stuart would definitely have had its turret blown clean off, I think, with an encounter with 2 Panzerschrecks through the front of the armor there. That's another story. Rifle squad here versus the Panzerjägers blowing up their own cover. Bit awkward there for Paul.A.D, but the Sturmgewehren are doing a bit of work here as the Americans. The GIs find their courage faltering in the face of these hardened German infantrymen. In the west here, Grenadiers versus the Reechelons. What will Paul.A.D go for next? I don't quite know. It is hard to say there. Sniper, apparently it is. This strategy that Paul.A.D is going here, and again, I think got significantly derailed after lost machine gun, is just going places we typically don't see a match go. 50 cal there for Batonchik. Point them seized by the Grenadiers. Sniper halfway down there for Paul.A.D. 50 cal almost down there for Batonchik. Grenadiers basically with eastern fuel point in the west. Grenadiers steadily advancing for Deutschland. Panzerjägers or Panzerzerstörer moving up there with their Panzerschrecks. Note the little gun shield is there is basically to protect the operator from the smoke of the rockets, as they technically didn't burn the fuel off in fast enough when they entered the or exit the tube, so they actually put the gun at risk. So they'd have these gun shields there to protect their hands and their face. Before that, they actually used gas masks and gloves of a particular kind of thing, asbestos actually, to protect the operator of the Panzerschreck. Fun fact. Rifle squad charging the Pioneers here. Otherwise, It's a 4-man team with 2 Pancakes, I believe, was, I would say, the norm there. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe swimming about there, but I think it was. Raft Squad trying to the Grenadiers here, and again, the lack of machine makes it a bit hard to stop the assaults of the Grenadiers and the snipers here. Do get a bit of bleeding on Batonchik. There we go, going for that Stuart again. Another series of violent volleys of rockets. Once more leaves the Stuart, precariously close to combusting. But he's going deep here versus Paul.A.D, hoping to maybe throw him off the trail. And there we go, going in for a deep escape route here. Very sneaky there, rarely taken by any player, but Batonchik, out of sheer necessity, takes the back route there and avoids death by Pancakes. Smooth maneuvers there by Batonchik. Oh, even repairs. Oh dear, that could actually backfire, in particular of like Paul.A.D hears it, the sounds of repairs. And there we go, he does. Oh, Gott im Himmel. That's gonna go kaput, I think, unless the Stuart gets lucky. No, he retreats because the Stuart got a face shot into the Pentagon Jaegers. They're almost wiping them out there. Close call that the other guy fired the rockets at the same time. That Stuart would have been in flames. Talk about luck there for Batonchik. That's like his second close encounter, where once more he just gets away. That's got to be a bit annoying there for Paul. Stuart backing off here. Grenadiers Pioneers bringing the Raft Squad here, but the Eastern opponent seizing that. Back hit, reinforcing healing, and he's going for tech. He's not even bothering with the like to make a nice company. He is moving straight ahead. Gleason's there. Hold, retreated. 50 cal covering the center. The west side here. Lieutenant about to run to the sniper there. Ground the eastern point there. 50 cal setting out. Troops setting out there. Tech almost done. Bit of quiet here, but I imagine that will soon be broken here, as fighting will soon enter another violent phase of eruptions of gunfire. And there, going the center Grenadiers for the 5th cal there in the west side. Lieutenant pushed back by the Grenadiers and the sniper in the east side. Paul.A.D breaches his way towards the eastern fuel point. Stuart being fixed up a bit more safely this time around. Panzerzerstörer once more good to go here for Paul.A.D and Deutschland. Tech down there. What will it be for Paul.A.D? Will it be a Stugi? I mean, at this point, anything's possible. Grenadiers with the Raft Squads in the center here. I think they're going to have to treat the Grenadiers here before they get annihilated by the 2 Raft Squads up close. Never mind the 5th cal running covering fire for those 2 Raft Squads. Machine gun here was looking at the western fuel point here, denying it there to Paul.A.D once more. Well, he's a bit short on fuel, so he can like push for that Stugi relatively soon. Meanwhile, at this rate, Batonchik is like, you know, could push for like relatively fast medium armor himself. Still, Paul.A.D keeps up pressure on the fuel points, and at least sort of keep them out of Batonchik's hands alongside some other map control. He's still ensure that Batonchik can't push too fast against him with tanks, because if that happens, obviously Paul.A.D and the Germans are going to be in a tough time. Of course, with Batonchik, he needs to like get as much fuel as possible, get out of those tanks before Paul.A.D has a chance to somehow maybe, you know, leverage things. There we go. Bang grenade, they're putting back the Raft Squad there. Stuart, they're firing at a relatively safe range against the Pancakes. Up north here, troops pushed back here. And we got flares off here as well, I believe. Yup, from Batonchik. Thumbs up. Fairly overlooked ability. Pancakes going for the Stuart. There we go. Got hit. At least one rocket. Trying to catch that Stuart, but Batonchik, of course, having the Lieutenant just unleash torrents of lead there, and the Panzerjägers are forced back. And the west side fuel point there defended by the MD-42. Looks like he might try for a flank. He could try for another mechanized assault group here, but it does look like he's playing the Stug 3E here. For the Kampf from Maya, 5th cal being flanked and almost wiped out here. That'd be a pretty good steal there for Paul.A.D here versus the Americans. We do get white fuzzers called in here, clearly indicating Batonchik is feeling a bit of the pressure here and wants to stop Paul.A.D from making too many gains. And there you go, 30-minute mark. He could call in the Stugi now if he wants to. He could also like go for the Spalmer Core and push for some medium armor, but slightly higher quality and caliber here versus Batonchik, who I believe is himself now going for the major. Nope, we do get the Stugi here for Paul.A.D and for Deutschland. The Kampfgruppe pulling on whatever reserves they can muster in the sector. Panzer troops and apparently Stug 3Es from nearby Panzer Ausbildungsabteilung. Or Ersatz- und Ausbildungsabteilung. There we go. Straight into the massive infantry with the 75mm high explosive shell there. More bombardment against the Rifle Squad. A lot better damage there. Gunny's being fought, backed up the sniper. 12 kills here. Stugi bombarding again. Shot that goes way over the mark there. Another shot there, this time landing a much better shot that doesn't get any kills, but definitely leaves the rival squads there a bit tired up. Lieutenant Graham Leeson victory point, we got 338 versus 427. Batonchik in most respects is definitely ahead here on Paul.A.D, but Paul.A.D is an absolute fighter here. There you go, quick treat here as the Stoogie is being used quite aggressively here versus Batonchik. Quite aggressively. We got by the two of those Panzers, got 12 kills on them now. Batonchik, meanwhile, is getting close to say a Sherman. You go for the regular one, you go for the EC8. We'll have to see what Batonchik's plan are exactly here versus Paul.A.D, which of course might be hard to decipher because it's first that requires to have a clear idea as to what Paul.A.D's plans are. And again, they're definitely something else. Got an MG42 moving up here. 5th cal car up in the center. That could definitely give the MG42 their better problems. Go, giving its pursuit to the 50 cal. It's being suppressed. Stoogie, Panzerjäger on the move here, Panzerzerstörer. And sending on Pisman at least in the Stoogie. Taking a bit of a longer route there with the Panzerjägers, so we can line up better shots than the Stuart without getting hammered by the Insignion Pisman to the MB42 here, which is already down to half health. Go, machine gun push back, they're fairly damaged. Panzerjäger's trying to catch up. On the east side here, we got gunners routed by the two rifle squads. More gunners moving in here. West side here looking overall a bit more stable now for Paul.A.D versus Batonchik, but that could rapidly change. He is closing in on some tanks here. Stoogie gaining veterans 1, opening up for heat shells here versus the Stuart who wants to. Almost getting one on the rifle squad there, by the way. Almost. And they're taking some beatings here. Western Victor sees we got 325 to 381. East side we got rifle squad around the Pointy, Grenadiers and the Sniper on the move. Back a base of reinforcement healing going on there. He's actually gone for the light to Mechanized company, so packs actually there. Interesting, interesting. Does have a fair amount of infantry, I suppose I can understand he doesn't want to go for more, but he's clearly starting to get concerned about enemy armor opposite, which begs the question, what exactly is Paul.A.D's further plan here then versus Batonchik? Medium armor, or he's actually going to transfer that for the Tiger tank then, which, I mean, would definitely, I guess, fit the rest of sort of how the match has so far gone here. Could do with them being pulled back from reinforcement and healing. Western side got prepared. We get second pack 40 for Paul.A.D. So this definitely reeks of a Tiger stall, though. Definitely not your average Tiger stall strategy. Does mean he's got on top of the Panzerjäger and then 2 pack 40s, meaning armor could end up with a lot of damage very fast if it's not careful. Stoogie fixed up there, 1 kill veteran T1. Second pack 40 almost done there for Paul.A.D and the Comfortable Armor, but there you go, Panzerjäger run straight to this MD42 Stoogie bombarding here. Doing some light damage, half 8-2 on the east side there. Batonchik sees upon the opportunity to launch an assault there, and the west side as well here. Basically tying down Paul.A.D in the center while making the bigger moves on the flanks. I think that's a smart move there by Batonchik on his right. And there we go, Sherman EC80 from Batonchik. Only the finest Brad Pitt crew tanks for him. Center machine gun routed. Ralph's got the pushback and east by the Gunners and the Stoogie combat, of course, crucially the Sniper. Be taking up for tier 4 soon, or will he wait a bit there? Hard to say. All the way got the EC8 there halfway done here for Batonchik. Western fuel being seized, Eastern fuel being seized by the Americans as well. Their center being grabbed here. We got BARs and the Echelons. No bazookas, by the way. No bazookas, leaving him slightly vulnerable to the Stoogie until, of course, the EC8 hits. Ralph's got routed. He's got the command punch for the Tiger tank. Machine gun there was the Stoogie. Got the Bazooka teaming up under the Major's command. First shot fails to penetrate. That was fairly lucky for the Stoogie. Good shot there. As for Batonchik, the EC8 there has... Oh, he's switching crews! Oh my! 2 thumbs up to Batonchik. Such an overlooked element there, of course, for American armor play, but like, you can switch crews there, for example, to, like, you know, get the other tanks more veteran faster. Like, just so few players moves. There you go. He's actually now immediately got an EC8 and veterans he won. Beautiful there, beautiful. We got the Panzerjäger pursuing here, though, still. Kind of problematic against the Sherman EC8. Very nice work there, adding the Brad Pitt Commander. There we go, snapping work there, using the focused gunner ability. Almost got the Pantaker's wipe there. Really close call there for Paul.A.D. Really close call. Let's see, he stops the focused gunner ability soon here, pursuing them straight up through the centre and the centre east. Trying to double patch the EC will fall back would be a waste of his veteran tank crew. Doesn't get out there fast. Almost lost it here, in fact. Not entirely sure what's going on. Looks like he's struggling with the pathing here. Some misclicks, I don't know. Almost lost the EC8 there, but that was an incredibly close call. We got artillery called in as well, making things further difficult for Batonchik. Need to get that ECs fixed up. On the west side here, Stugi bombarding the advancing Americans. The Stuart light tank is based on the west. Then we got both packs wiped. A huge blow to Paul.A.D, honestly. And without getting the tank, you almost lose the sniper as well here. That's some insane find. But we got the Stugi, though, gaining Mechanized 2 still. No pinlight machine on it. Fight continues to be fairly excessively violent. Still no sign of tech there for Paul.A.D. Stugi moving up. Machine gun getting bombarded by the Sturmgeschütz Ausführung. EC8 halfway fixed up. Stuart is almost good to go as well there for Batonchik. Might want to get those reasons to assist fixing up the EC8. Straight for the centre here. About to lose that MG42. There we go. What we got loading from in there? Go wipes. Pack crew again. EC8 dying force as well with the packs gone. The Stugi is in deep sauerkraut here, and there go Batonchik rapidly crewing up the pack 4 as well here, meaning Paul.A.D has now effectively handed his opponent 2 pack 40s. That is not good, ladies and gentlemen. That is really bad. That's like losing your opponent MG42 in the early game. Oh wait. So yeah, Paul.A.D has once more managed to confer to his opponent a rather significant advantage in material, and he's himself, you know, basically stuck with the Stugi. Apparently abandoned the Stuart, though apparently Paul.A.D can't exploit that. Drifting forcing here. Another pack 40 there for Paul.A.D. Best will make sure he doesn't hand over another pack 40 to his opponent. If he does that, I think that's completely GG. We got the Pioneers of the Bazooka, meaning Paul.A.D now at least has 3 rocket weapons there, or rocket launchers, against opponent's armor. Good on the Stuart. EC8 then need to be back for repairs again. Veteran 2 though. That is again pretty fast, in part because we're going to just use the other crew to get to Veteran 1 and then quickly move to Veteran 2. So thumbs up this Batonchik, and really solid play there. Ralph's got flanking the 5th killer, pushing them back, grabbing the western point with the Pioneers. Panzerjägers from the south, eastern point being seized here by the MG42. Got that pack 40 out there for Paul.A.D. Stu fixed up as well there, halfway to Veteran 3 though. And the glorious ace level. Pioneers with the advance, Ralph got Lieutenant. Oops, sorry about that. Still moving out. You see it's still taking a bit of a while to fix up. And he's not, say, you know, assisting with the repairs either. Using some liaisons. I feel like that's a bit odd there with Batonchik. But there goes Scott on the way there. Clearly not concerned about armor now. Now he's got 2 pack 40s and, you know, bazookas plus the EC8 here. He's more focused on just squishing Paul.A.D's infantry. That's clearly by now the big effect for him is the infantry. So that makes a lot of sense there for Batonchik. I think he could have gone away with another EC8, but again the Scott does make a ton of sense too. Could also have been a counter reaction spawned a bit by the Stugi, you know, bombarding his men. He kind of wants to do the same thing back to his opponent. We'll have to see. Pack 40 away there, EC8 in the move there. Sturming westward sea, almost got the western field point secured once more for Democracy. In the far east, the sniper gun is going for the eastern point. Here's Scott almost done. In the centre, Riflemen pay the ultimate price in service of democracy, but so do the Grenadiers there in service of Deutschland. Lots of folks gone there by the EC8 crew. Lots of back and forth here. Stugi still very close by tier 3. We do get tier 4 now being researched here for Paul.A.D. Opening of course for that Tiger tank, though he does need to control the fuel points a bit better, and also needs to like ensure he doesn't beat out. I mean, it's definitely a risk with the current force compositions, like try and solve for the Tiger tank. Will require some very sharp gameplay to make that work. And of course, very importantly, not handing his opponent more support weapons, as otherwise I think Paul.A.D will be in a bit of a tough spot. Stugi holding up here, Grenadiers, Grenadiers, Pioneers, and pack moving up there, straight into the Stuart light tank here. Stuart could take a lot of damage and does do so. but still gets away here. Easy on the flank here, still more focused gunnery. Pack being bombarded, but we got the Panzerjägers and the Pioneers moving ahead there. Scott bombarding. Can he take out the easy here? Not a possible shot, though. Bounces. There we go. A fusillade of rockets there. Caused the crew to suffer a bit of damage here. The tank certainly cannot withstand that much German firepower. Stugi bombarding him. Essence, good kill there. Stugi the bombarded in return by one of Batonchik's Pack 40s. Other pack, they're wiped out here by Paul.A.D. Very good. Eastern field being fought between the Grenadiers, but there you go. 2 rifle walks is simply too much for the Grenadiers to resist. At the current state of affairs, he's roughly in the way here from the Tiger tank versus Batonchik. Will he be able to leverage the Tiger tank here versus his all-American opponent? That is the big question. Meanwhile, Batonchik quickly ripping up the eastern front line here. Stugi being faced up again near ace level here by for Paul.A.D. Near ace level. And also very near to that Tiger tank. We got 309 136. I mean, again, he's, despite everything, they look like maintain fairly good map control here versus Batonchik, just partly for, again, just very aggressive tactics and strategies. Keeping his opponent on the back foot here, say, fairly efficiently. 5th caliber is the rifle on the east side here. Nissan's point being raked with 5th caliber fire here, but Paul.A.D's Grenadiers there, sending Batonchik's infantry all the way back home. On the west side, Grenadiers just stood light tank here. Easy on the move again. Scott there also ready to once more engage the Germans, but soon the Tiger tank for Paul.A.D. and the Kampfgruppe will be wreaking havoc here on Batonchik, as of course it runs into both Pack 40s, in which case the Tiger tank could quickly suffer a lot of damage. So Paul.A.D. is definitely investing pretty much most of his eggs into a very large Tiger tank shaped basket. Turn these being expressed for the 5th count. And there we go, Tiger tank out. Stugi then being bombarded, 6 kills, so very, very, very close to the ace level. Tend to need to retreat before he gets sent to hell. There you go, Tiger tank out there for Paul.A.D. Worth noting, neither of his armored fighting vehicles have been equipped with machine guns, you know, despite having plenty of munitions. It's not like Paul.A.D's short of munitions there. He's also worthwhile noting not laid down any mines, which is arguably a bit of a mistake in Osad here versus Batonchik. Could these clan course to use a lot of artillery barrels at some point, but even then I would advise some machine guns at least in his armor. This does help them, you know, get a few more extra infantry kills here and there. So, Tiger tank at the ready. So far, I don't think Batonchik is aware of the Tiger tank, so if Paul.A.D. can leverage it correctly, it could land a surprise strike there. Batonchik and maybe like throw him into disarray. That said, of course, if he just gives away its position without doing much with it, it's obviously going to be less great. Stugi, they're fixed up. They're very, very close to the ace level still. Another easy hit for Batonchik. West side here, Grenadiers with the snipers pushing off the major from the field point. And the eastern point, we got the Grenadiers to hard work there. Stugi bombarding the east. East hitting forwards here. Possible to line fire with the Tiger tank into with a gun. There you go, shot fired. Direct hit on the EC8. Pushing ahead for Deutschland because we got the Pack 40 at the ready. We got the east point, the Tiger tank at least. There you go. Pack shot there on the Tiger tank. EC8 is almost down to half health here. Tiger tank backing off. In the east side, we got the Stugi bombarding the vehicle crew. Did lose the tank without the crew? I don't know, but it was a bit rough there. The vehicle crew almost getting wiped out. Getting a wipe here on Batonchik. Good kill for Paul.A.D. They're pushing forward for the infantry. Again, note just all that infantry machines are pressing some. They're pushing them back. Got artillery called in here by Batonchik. Desperately trying to stop the assault here by the Kampfgruppe. He calls in a white phosphorus barrage to disrupt the German offense and buy himself more time to bring more of his tanks into order. The steward is gone? Huh. Or did the crew just accidentally abandon it again? I don't know. Guess I must have missed it. All the way easy on the move here. Should of course add the Brad Pitt commander. There we go, adding the Brad Pitt upgrade there to the second EC8. Right into the Tiger tank here. Shots fired there. EC8 being some pension in the Tiger tank. Tiger tank quite missing. This is definitely turning into a redo of that Fury movie. Just with the more Panzerfaust and Panzerschrecks. And Stews. But there you go. EC8s are being pushed back with the Tiger tank. Quick few hotshots on Pack 40. Almost taken out there. Need to pick up that Tiger tank there. Western side got the point they've been grabbed. East side here, Grenadier side against the advancing EC8. There goes straight to the pack. Forward to the Patrick. Good to see the EC8 got. There you go. EC8 down. Batonchik there underestimated Paul.A.D's tenacity, and of course those Panzer strikes costing him his veteran tank crew. A great kill there for Paul.A.D. Removes a significant amount of pressure, although he still needs to get his Tiger tank fixed up, and he really should go for more Pioneers at this point to expedite repairs, because one Pioneer squad to repair a Tiger tank is just not enough. Absolutely not enough. Now mind the Stuggy, like he needs more Pioneers and needs it yesterday. Stuggy diving ahead here for Deutschland, pursuing the route port there with high closure shells being thunderously vomited out the route port there. Need to fix up the Stuggy as well. Again, he needs more Pioneers. Like one Pioneer squad for this is just utterly insufficient. There we go. More Pioneers for Paul.A.D. Thumbs up. Still a lot of ammunition being floated. Still not a lot of upgrades or mines being laid down. Or even a lot of artillery being utilised. Sniper there by the way. East with 29 kills. Last got pushed back. We got 259, 228. Scott rolling about here for Batonchik. There you go, second Pioneer squad ready, and the minesweeper kits of course was repaired, and there you go, Tiger tank is now fixed up. He could have those Pioneers out fast, and of course crucially had the Tiger tank fixed up faster, but again, at least he's gone for the Pioneers now. So it could be worse. Could be a lot worse. I'll wait, Tiger tank on the move once more here. East side they got the swimming about here, so apparently he did find the Stuart again. Apparently he lost it for a while there. Didn't we have a Stuart light tank here? I don't know. God damn it. What are you, Senator? I don't know. God damn it. East of the taking a few hits here, push back. Armor here. Tank moves into the pack 40 here, being bombarded by the Tiger tank. Not a great start there for the tank. I mean, it's done some damage, but yet to really kill anything. Meanwhile, the Stuggy's already got 9 kills for Deutschland. Smoke being deployed here by Batonchik very smartly and sharply. He's got the swimming to the pack 4 and the Grenadiers here. Could possibly get Panther fast, but no. Falls a bit short there. Stewart falling back here. We got 257, 228. Batonchik, I think, struggling a bit here with Paul.A.D. and his current pace of affairs here. In fact, Paul.A.D. seems to have a slightly larger force here than Batonchik. So in that regard, Paul.A.D. is definitely, despite I would say an incredibly rough start, made a hell of a comeback if you think about it. You see there's the Tiger tank, bazooka fire, pack fire, and the Tiger tank causing heavy damage, taking out the Tiger tank here, but it does narrow escape, blitzing away there to safety. Meanwhile, Grenadiers and 5th up rank can't come, got artillery fire, the machine gun there as well there. EC8, they're fairly damaged here, pack 40 bombarding, and there you go, route going on the flank here, white phosphorus being deployed. A fierce and intense fight here between the 6th Armored Division and the Kampfgruppe Maya. More rockets being unleashed here. The Panzerjägers pushing forwards against the EC8 here. Scots could deal with it. There we go. Almost got the machine gun crew. And there we go. Wipes it. And everyone misses the Panzerjägers there. He's going to finish off the machine gun. Destroy it. Deny it. And there you go. Wrecked the MG42. No more shall its hand be tasted or tainted by capitalism and democracy. And his package reinforcing, we've got a heavy Panzer crop there for Paul.A.D. Could it be a Sturmpanzer? Could it be a Panther? Could it be Panzerwerfers? I don't really know. Stuart bombarding the Stuart. Could try and go for some heat shells, I guess. Pack pursuit of the Stuart here. Fair amount of damage being inflicted here upon Paul.A.D's Sturmgeschütz 3 Ausführung. And, oh, lost it here. Good kill for those Pack 40s. We got another EC there for Batonchik and the 6th Armored Division. As the Kampfgruppe Maya deals with the fallout from the destroyed Stuggy. Tiger tank meanwhile is receiving repairs. What will he go for? Will it be a Sturmpanzer? Will he go for more Stuggies? What will Paul.A.D. ever do? Meanwhile, Batonchik's got his second EC8 almost done here. So we've got Ralph goes the Grenadiers here. Panzerjägers once more in the centre there. For Deutschland. Sniper there, close to death. He actually 34 kills, and there you go. Down he goes. Executed here by Batonchik's infantry squad. They're being held at the pack 40. Pansix pushing 40. And these on the advance as well. East side of the E8 striking the grenades, but there's some fuel point. In the center though, the comfortable Maya keeps us attack here, ignoring the dangers, the incoming fire from Batonchik's men there. Pretty brazen and bold here. They've got his forced to retreat, at least the Panzerjägers, but more troops arriving on the scene here. The TIE tank is also the move once more here for Deutschland, slowly approaching Batonchik 2 without having, actually killed something yet. And there you go, easy hit this Tiger tank here. Shot missed. Second easy hit going for the Tiger tank. Shot bounces. Shot bounces as well. That is incredibly lucky. And there you go. Almost got down to half here for Tiger tank. Those also getting close to Batonchik 2 here. If you can get that, certainly be helpful there for him. Would give him more range and crucially more accuracy. 249 to 211. Easy hits backed off. Tiger tank though also deciding not to pursue any further. Paul.A.D is also floating pretty much resource enough to go for like anything out of the heavy Panzer Corps. The question is, what does Paul.A.D want? But I do think he should make a decision soon. Floating that many resources without doing anything with it definitely feels a bit off to me. Plenty of munitions being floated, still no pin about machine guns on his Tiger tank. Bit of a shame that one. Almost got the 5th guy there, wiped with the Scott. Company's ready to support the Tiger tank. We got 249 to 288. In the far west here, fuel point defended valiantly by Paul.A.D's Grenadiers as Batonchik lines up for another heroic assault for democracy. East side he got pushed off the eastern point there. He actually looks like he was trying to build up a bunker, but got disrupted here by Batonchik in the process. Air support lining in there, to spot out targets. Packs bring up the Tiger tank team, helpful hits here. Almost knocked out. He close to 52. We do see a blitz here. Still no armor there for Paul.A.D from the Heavy Panzer Corps. Hot in pursuit here. We got the pack force. The Panzer will take out the easy hit there. Go one easy hit down there. Quite a blow here. Tiger tank being engaged here. Firing back at the EC8. Heavy damage inflicted by the 88mm armor piercing shell there of the Tiger tank. But quite a blow there to Batonchik to lose his veteran EC8 here to the Germans. Those Panzerjägers are definitely paying those off fairly nicely. Again, the two Panzerjägers combined do 240 damage. That is a significant chunk of damage to inflict. A lot of burst damage. Still nothing out of the Heavy Panzer Corps for Paul.A.D. Gets him up just because he's caught in the front line fighting. He just really can't make up his mind. Now this is a Panzer here again. EC8 now down to half health here after that explosively rocket encounter here. Now this is rocket hits on the EC8, pushing it further down in terms of health here versus the Germanic attackers. Troops push back here. The fields are pretty much covered in the dying bodies of America and Germany. And eastern side here, grabbing the eastern fuel point back for Deutschland. We got 249 to 156. Pack repositioning. Tiger tank once more unleashed here upon the American army. Still nothing out of that Heavy Panzer Corps. And it's not like he's short on population. Not like he needs to go for whatever he wants to. The question is, what does he want? Besides, obviously, another Tiger tank, if you call it in at this point, I assume. 5th guy there for Batonchik. Mine set off there. We do have to get some mines finally here from Paul.A.D. Thumbs up. Sehr gut, sehr gut. 249 to 128. 50 cal almost done there. Last one being involved with the Tiger tank. Securing the Tiger tank. Technically it's first kill. And it's obviously a lot of damage. It's just yet to kill anything. And there you go. Almost wiping the entire squad. Gaining Batonchik 2. Heavy damage to the Tiger tank there. Down to, well, roughly quarter health there. Need to fix that once more. Pioneers bringing to assist with that. Well, both Pioneer squads really flares off again from Batonchik. Thumbs up. But still, resource-wise, Paul's economy has pretty much his sort of ground to a halt. It's not because he's suffering intense bleeding. He's just not doing anything with it. So one does wonder what exactly is Paul planning here, if anything. As for Batonchik, he obviously needs more armor, but I also think he needs to make a slight change in tactics because currently he's kind of playing into Paul.A.D's hands at this point. Like, he needs to like get aggressive himself and think, try to outmaneuver Paul.A.D. He needs like, somehow set up a really strong defense that Paul.A.D can't easily breach. And so far, Batonchik is not really managing either of those two, unfortunately for him, but fortunately for Paul.A.D, whose Heavy Panzer Corps continues to just collect dust at this point. Would like to see machine gun upgrade there for the Tiger tank. I would like to see that a lot. East side, we've got more Pioneer mines down. Thumbs up to Paul.A.D. Plenty of manpower, plenty of fuel. He could just go for mechanized assault groups and like a Panther he wanted to, I think. We're Sturmpanzer. So far, again, Paul.A.D's economy remains very much inert. Finish Graham the Eastern Victory Point again. We got 249 to 61. Still armor there at Paul.A.D and his heavy panzer core. Anything else really? Punch between the EC8 here. Rocket is off there. Get a few hits there for Deutschland. Almost losing it to the Scot though. Close call there. This was the Scot. Grierson being hammered here into submission. Oblivion by the time. And there you go. Paul.A.D finally goes for a Panther. He found his ass called something in. Good work there, I suppose. They could have done that much sooner. There you go to the strike called in here on Batonchik there. Pack 40 crew. Targeting down forward to Blitzkrieg new here. Going in for the Reich here. Good hit on the EC8. But you need to follow up the finish off the Pack 40s there. Almost got the EC8 there. Stun shot there. Very nice, but may not be enough. May not be enough. There you go. Going to clear one Pack 4. There's an ace Pack 4 left here. And there you go. Tag tank option. But there you go. Gets the EC8. Second Pack crew about wiped out. And I think at this point, Batonchik is over. GG, game over. A loss here for America, victory for Germany. A brutal, hard-fought battle here with a lot of back and forth, a lot of intense action, and a really, really rough start for Paul.A.D, which he managed to really sort of scratch his way back from. That was intense. So I hope you enjoyed this match. I hope you learned something from it. I hope you gave you some matches, some tactics, some strategies. Of course, the importance of sheer determination and aggression. And if you did, comment, like, share, subscribe. Talk about your liking this fight, and of course, consider donating or pledging on Patreon as well. Support the Propagandacast, support the Warford. This is Imperial Links, and cheers. See you all tomorrow for another episode. Bye.